Ready in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, today I decided to make a video on creating Amazon listings and actually winning the buy box with your keywords. If you've been selling on Amazon, you probably know by now that if your product is not actually winning at the buy box, you're probably not selling that many products. This video is going to give you some helpful tips and tricks that I use to actually win the buy box with my product. So let's jump right into the list. Alright, so I'm going to start with the 3 main points that I use to actually win at the buy box. So the first thing is you want to make sure that your product is eligible. So if you are, okay, let's say for instance you're selling a DSLR camera, a Canon, and you are selling the same product that, you know, Wayfair or Canon itself is actually selling on Amazon, and you actually want to compete with that product. So what you have to do is make sure that the product that you're selling actually has the same ASIN number as the keyword you're trying to compete for. So if you're competing for Canon Rebel T6i DSLR camera, which that's super long. So if you're competing for Canon DSLR camera, then you want to make sure whatever product that you are selling has the exact same SIN number as your competitor. That's number 1. Number 2 is lower your price. You want to be at a price point that is a few cents lower than your competition. So here's what I do. I go out and I research a product, and I find a product and I see exactly how much I can get that product for. So I'm just going to throw out some numbers. Let's say I can get a product for $5. Okay, and I know that people are selling it on Amazon successfully. You know, we're looking at rankings. So if we're talking about cameras and they're ranking number 50, then they're actually winning. You know, ranking is 50 is very low. So if I go look at their camera and you know, they're selling these cameras for $10, and I know that I can buy it for $5, and with my fees and everything, I'm actually going to make a profit of $3 per camera sold if I price it 2 cents below what they're selling it for. Then that's going to be a place where you can actually compete with a already winning product, because what Amazon is going to do is when somebody goes to through their sales funnel and actually get to their page, they're going to actually be in the buy box, and Amazon is going to upsell the lower priced product, and that's really where you want to be. The last point, number 3, is going to be you have to use fulfilled by Amazon. So I was having a conversation with someone that sent me a message, and they was asking, you know, I've been selling these products for a long time. I was successful. I moved to the US and actually started selling this product. They're manufactured in the US, and you know, it's not really all that successful. So what I said was, look at your pricing. Make sure that your pricing is as low as possible to cover all your fees, you know, your cost of goods sold, and also make you a little bit of profit. So a lot of people think, well, you know, I can price this product, you know, you're buying something for $5 and then you want to sell it for $20, you know, and you want to make $10 or $15 per each one sold. And while that seems like that's the thing, Amazon is all about low pricing. So whoever has the lowest price is going to be the person winning on Amazon. So would you rather sell 5 products at $20, or would you rather sell 500 products at $10? You know, so that's really the space, the mind space that you have to be in when you are creating your listings and you're looking at prices. The thing you got to think about is the types of queries that actually come through. So these are the search terms that people use to find your product. When you think of search terms, we always think about, like, you know, best DSLR camera or lowest price DSLR camera. And actually on Amazon, most people just search DSLR or camera. They use these quick search terms. So here's a few tips on how to actually find the keywords that are successful on Amazon. The first thing I do is I use Google search trends. I will leave a link to the Google search trends in the description box below, so you can actually see what I'm talking about. But you go in there, you can search for what people are actually searching for and making purchases with. So that's going to be very important for finding what you actually need to be putting in your listing, the actual words. So the next thing is the Amazon auto suggest. So when you're typing in the search box, you can type in camera, and then it automatically comes up with the list of, DSLR camera or point and shoot camera or Canon camera. It has a suggestion, so you can take those suggestions because those are the top probably 10 search terms for that keyword. So you actually want to get into that space of actually what people are searching for. You want to actually have that those keywords in your listing. The last thing is related searches. So if you look on your listing, or you look at a successful listing, look at your listing. If it's not successful, look at a successful listing within your category. Go down to the bottom of the page and you will see related searches. And when you look at those related searches, it actually has the terms that are related to that product and actually other ways that people can actually get to that product through those search terms. So those are three things. Those are three things that you can use, or three things that I use to actually win at the buy box with your keywords. I do have a tool that I use. It's a free Amazon keyword tool. I'll leave a link to it below. It's free. What you do is you type in your search term, in this example, camera, and it actually will show you actual Amazon searches ranked as, this term is searched for, so many thousand times. This term has been searched for. So you may be actually competing with keywords that people aren't using. If you're really going for the best DSLR camera, people may be looking for the cheapest DSLR camera. You really have to get into the space of what people are actually searching for, not necessarily what you think in your mind that people are searching for. Another tool that I use is the Google keyword search tool. So you go in there and you can type in what people are actually looking for on Google, because if you rank well in Google, you're going to get more traffic to your listing and you're going to actually sell more products. Now, when people do get to your listing, if you're not winning at the buy box, somebody else is going to probably get that sale. You don't want to be in the friend zone. No. And that's what I mean by the friend zone is when it says, these products right here, and they have add to cart, and then they have 15 other products. You don't want to be in the 15 other products, because if you're in the 15 other products, more than likely nobody's going to click on that, because either the cost is more, the cost might be less, but the shipping may be more, or it may not be a prime seller, or there's a bunch of different factors, but people are less likely to purchase things in that 15 new used from these suppliers. Nobody clicks on that. Everybody always just clicks on whatever product they clicked on, or they click on whatever's in the buy box that may be a lower price. So those are some tools that I use. There are other tools that I use. If I can think of any more, I'll put them down in the description section below. But if you have any specific questions for me, just put them in the comment section and I'll try to address them as I can. I am going to make some more videos about pricing and where you want to be when you're purchasing products, or if you're doing like a drop ship thing, or if you're actually manufacturing your own product, kind of coming up with a good price point for selling your products on Amazon. So that's all for today. Thanks, guys.